Hi, this is Analytical Chick. This is more of like a comment video. I just noticed that there's people like Richard Spencer, um, Jason Kessler, like these alt-right, you know, actual like white supremacists. Like Richard Spencer actually was asked in a live stream. He was asked, "Who would you rather live next to, a white Antifa or Larry Elder?" And he pissed and moaned about the question because it's not like a likely choice, but they still made him answer it. And he answered that he would prefer a white Antifa over someone like Larry Elder. So these people are not, someone like him, he's not a conservative. He is not in this to be against communism. There are some people where their pro-white is more a reaction to the fact that non-whites are being brought in as a means to bring in communism, which is kind of my issue. So then people like that have no issue with uh, non-whites who are politically conservative because they are not the reason. They are not bringing in communism. They are not voting for communism. Like, and there's proof that this is happening. Um, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez even admitted, oh, I went in and I got myself elected for this district, and I told everybody we got to have somebody who looks like you in Congress. So she is Puerto Rican, which is legally American, and not exactly an immigrant because they're like a territory. Anyway, but her district is not Puerto Rican. Most of her district, which is right the fuck down the street from where I live, her district is mostly Central American people from, there's Venezuelans in there, people from communist states or near communist states, Venezuela, Colombia, Honduras, that whole area. Everyone, like everywhere where these caravans come from, that's what lives in her district. What was it? Oh, Ecuadorian Times. I kept seeing these newspapers when I went out to campaign for Anthony Pappas. Ecuadorian Times. They had they have like these holders on the street for free papers, and I'm sure you've seen holders for free papers. Well, over in Ocasio's district, there's lots of holders for the Ecuadorian Times. Um, so I'm guessing there's a lot of people from Ecuador. I know there's a lot of Colombians. I've been told by several people who lived in that area and know about that area, moved out of that area. Like I used to work with a guy who was Colombian, and he moved out of that area because he wanted to get away from the cartels. And he used to talk about that. Anyway, um, so these people are coming from these like communist or near communist states, and they're voting for communism. Um, I'm not sure if they know they're being brought in to vote for communism. They probably don't. They're probably just voting for it because that's what they know, that's what sounds familiar to them. They don't understand. They don't understand the direction that it means. They don't understand that voting like that voted, for the failure of their own states that they left. But the people in charge, the people bringing these people in, the people putting advertisements, and we know they're putting advertisements, the people putting advertisements on in their area, those people know full well that they're going to come in and vote for communism, and that's why the Democrat Party is pushing to get these people voting rights, because they know these people will vote for communism. But this is kind of a side tangent, but an important side tangent. So I'm wondering, how come all the actual white supremacists don't get banned off of social media? And yet, people get banned off of the conservatives who are not white supremacists. They get banned off of social media and get accused of being white supremacists in the process. So we had yesterday, Tommy Robinson got kicked off of Facebook, and so that happened. And I've actually recently been dealing with some incidents myself. Less than a week ago, I got kicked off of Tim Pool's server, Discord server that is. I was in there minding my own business, and one guy came in and he was being an asshole, and he was calling people names. Then, another person came in, and also these people, besides the fact that they were insulting everyone else, they started saying to me, like, aren't you that Jew from Red Pill Shark server? And by the way, interesting thing, Red Pill Shark I was originally the one who invited him to Discord. He actually asked, when I joined his server, he made me an admin, like, right away, and then he mysteriously, like, downgraded me, so I don't think I asked about it, but one of his other admins asked me what happened, and I said, I don't know, so then I did ask him about it, and he never answered. Like, we tagged him, we DM'd him, the other guy did too, and then I noticed one day that server was gone from my list of servers. So anyway, what happened, and I just kind of said, whatever, because he was the only one who could have demoted me from admin. So he clearly knew what was going on, at least a part of the degree. And if I supposedly did something wrong, he never talked to me about it or anything. But I know a lot of the people on his server didn't like me because I'm Jewish. And then, so anyway, back to this incident that happened with Tim Pool's server the other day. So I was on Subverse, which is Tim Pool's server, and he always plugs his Discord server. He says, join my Discord and post, like, your ideas for news and chat with other people. And he always says, oh yeah, we keep the server clean. And these people came in behind me and they were, like, insulting other people and calling me names and trying to boss me around. And, so finally I'm like, tag mods, and they still continue to be like, aren't you that Jew? Answer the question, aren't you a Jew? Which, I mean, this is one of the things that's happened to me on a few other Discord servers. Some of them I just kind of left. This happens to me in, like, YouTube comments. They come under me and, like, if I'll comment on somebody's video and a bunch of people will comment under me, like, aren't you that Jew? Aren't you a Jew? And it's like, yeah, and? I mean, this is getting ridiculous that this is being tolerated. So, some of these YouTube channels were, like, they were, like, people who are alt-right, but also deny it. Like, Red Elephants, I know this has happened on his server, and he's basically alt-right. I mean, the downfall is he covers a lot of really good topics, and unfortunately, sometimes he's the only one who really covers that stuff. So, I end up in his comments because of that. I don't know. I haven't had it happen lately. He probably hid my comments from the channel. I also discovered, you may know, I'm actually banned from commenting. I mean, like, I'm shadow banned on friggin' Ben Shapiro's channel. And I'm not, like, a troublemaker. So, this kind of stuff, it's, these people are sitting here whining about being censored. And, then they go in and they start shit with actual conservatives. They're not the ones being censored. Let's just say that right now. The alt-right are not the ones being censored. It is conservatives who are being censored. Actual conservatives. Tree of Logic, who is a conservative and likes Jews, she was kicked off of Twitter. Not David Duke. Not Richard Spencer. Tree of Logic was. Blonde in the Belly of the Beast, who might be against Jews. We don't know, but she's never publicly been against them. She's kicked off of Twitter. You know, Tommy Robinson was kicked off of all of this stuff. Alex Jones has been kicked off of all this stuff. Who, he's not anti-Jew. You know, he doesn't. He's not a white supremacist. In fact, the people who are like into this alt-right stuff, they complained because Alex Jones said he didn't care if America was found full of brown people, as long as they vote conservative. But my response to that is, but they won't. So I have no problem with conservative non-whites. I do have a problem with disgusting Democrats. Some of them are Jewish, some of them are not Jewish. There's plenty of white, non-Jewish Democrats who are pushing the communism and all the bullshit. And I'm just, you know, and then on top of it, like, I can't even count on my fellow Jews to like have my back. You know who you are. Basically, you know, there's the only other, well, yeah, I was kicked off of commenting on Ben Shapiro's channel, but I mean, he's not somebody who, like, there's basically no, like, home for me. There's no, like, YouTuber that, like, I can comment on their stuff and I can comment on their Discord without having to worry about, you know, people getting mad at me for being Jewish. Like, because pretty much most of these white conservatives, even if they start out being like they don't have a problem with Jewish people, and then, you know, the alt-right goes in and they comment and they comment, and next thing you know, they're repeating all this bullshit that the alt-right puts out. Like, here's a bone I have to pick. The alt-right keeps saying that there's all these dual nationals who are dual national with Israel that are in our Congress or in our Senate. No, they're not. The only dual nationals are the freshmen who were just elected who are Muslim. I believe Ilhan married her brother Omar. I believe she is still a Somalian. She was born in Somalia. And this Rashida Tlaib, I don't know if she's dual national. I think she was born here. But I don't know. Eventually I want to do some research and do a video on this jihadi bride stuff, because one of the things it ties into is, why are we letting these people in? I mean, we need to talk about treason. Treason and the jihadi brides. That's probably going to be another video. Anyway, so this is just like a rant video. No real graphics or anything. There's no reason to put any graphics on, and I'm going to put this on my second channel, where I'm not even going to, I think I'm going to put my rant videos over there, and I'm not even going to bother making thumbnails for those. Anyway, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'll see you all next time.